Hello everybody, and welcome back to Super Metroid Pantheon, where we just grabbed the Morph Ball in what seemed very late in the game, even though we aren't too far in yet, actually. I mean, this isn't a big hack, but still. In terms of where the actual number of items we had before it, that certainly made it seem... that makes it seem a lot later than it really is, so... Interesting how you can set things up like that. Just really not much, I guess, difference in where you collect it, but because, thanks for being right there in my face, but because of where you put things, it adjusts how it feels in within the game, and that's an interesting little thing to play around with the item progression. Because even just doing things a little bit different like this, where you get a suit before Morph Ball even, little things like that can lead to some very, and I think I need bombs for this, but can lead to some very different kind of hacks, or make it feel different. And really that doesn't require too much effort to do. You just have to make sure the player can't get stuck without whatever item, in this case the Morph Ball. And I think there is still stuff for us to find here in Norfair. At least I'm pretty sure there's still stuff hiding around. So I want to check that out. See what else. Oh, hi. I think squishies like those, I forget what they're called, violas, I believe. The little red floaty orb things that bounce off everything. I seem to have liked those for this area. And choosing enemies, I think, is one of the harder aspects. Oh, this door. Yeah, we don't want to go that way for a while yet. There's something back there that we can't do. We would absolutely melt if we went back there. But there's... Now, what was I saying? Now I forgot what I was going to say. That's real good. Oh yeah, about choosing enemies. If I would stop jumping into said enemies... But I think that's one of the harder things to do, is pick an enemy. You know, I want this area to have this enemy, and this area to have that enemy. And if I could hit this one. That, I think, is one of the harder things for me personally anyway, to choose, what do I want hanging around here? How much damage are they going to deal? How big of an annoyance do I want them to be? So, that is an aspect of the game that I have a hard time figuring out how I want it to be. Oh, this area. Let's see if we can get some stuff back here, I think. Well, not that one, I guess. You really do want back there, though. That's a good thing. But I would not suggest going back there with low amounts of ammo, because it's... or health, for that matter. And there is something hiding in here. Somewhere in this corner. I wonder. That's probably a bombable. See, with the map, when you put dots on them like that, if the player notices them, in some instances it does help. Ouch. Them find item, but like that, if I can't find it, I would honestly, if I'd rather not even have the item dot on the map. It's a hidden item, I don't mind it not showing up on the map. Good grief, that was... Hi guys, you can stop attacking me. And apparently I could have just... Well, I'm going down this way. Oh, great. This might not have been a good idea. Go away, things. Violas, whatever you are. Now if I could just shut this alarm off. Just like that. And not have it come back on would be nice. See, these little fuzzy bugs are annoying because they're pretty much just like some other enemies. But unlike the other little fly things and criteria, the little fuzzy bugs rarely drop big energy. They just drop little energy and like missiles, which a lot of things in the original Norfair, I guess, tend to drop missiles as their big thing. Missiles, power bombs. Like the Disc Gigas tend to drop power bombs if you have them. And smaller energy, so that's something that that was a decision Nintendo consciously made to make some of the enemies in Norfair drop less health for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe they didn't think the place was challenging. So, decisions like that go into how you want your stuff to do. How you want your stuff to do, there's English for you. And let's not die in lava. And refill missiles, because that's obviously important. I wonder why they didn't put in a missile alarm. Oh, great. Now, if you look on the map, you can see the blue room underneath that we've obviously been in, because we were just there. It's Crocodile's room. You will see that quite often with this hack and boss rooms. Because I believe Squishy has all the bosses where in the areas they're supposed to be in. And by that I mean he has Crocodile in Criteria, that's not where he's supposed to be. Crocodile in Norfair, Kraid in Brinstar, Dragon and Meridia, and so on and so forth. So the game reads them as in that area, so when he destroys them, they set the bits and whatever in that area that they originally were in. I believe that's what he did. But that does not mean the area you're exploring, like the area I'm in right now, might not be actually Norfair in the game. I know it may not make much sense, but it will. If I could find an easier way to explain it, I would. Because you can connect doors up between the different areas in the game. And so when you enter one of these boss rooms, and you enter in their area, it's not registering on the map in the other area where you were exploring. If that makes any sense. So he has a blue room on the map, just to signify there's room there, but it's not going to show up as explored. And the reason you have to do, I mean, you don't have to, but there is actually a pretty good reason he has for doing. Oh, this is Spring Ball, I believe. Shows off one of the things Squishy likes to do in this hack, which we'll get into later. But yeah, there's just, I wish I had a sheet that said you can explain it this way and it'll make sense. But one of the reasons that Squishy might have done it that way is because each area has certain bits that are set when a boss is defeated, when a mini boss is defeated, And every area has a chorizo bit as well. So if you have, say, Dragon and Kraid in the same area, and you defeat one, the boss bit is set, and that tells the game not to load the boss for that area when you enter his room. So if you have two major bosses, and you destroyed one, that's the only one you will see, because the game's being told that that boss was defeated. That bit is set. And so you have to either change the bit that is set from the boss, so it reads and writes to a different bit, or do a much easier way and just have the room connect up to a different map where that bit has not been set. It's really, because actually changing the bit, I have had to do that, and I needed a lot of help to do that, and it is a lot of work to do that. Doing that will make it, I guess, more professional, because things will look right, they'll sync up, the map won't have that issue, but it's still a lot of work. It's much easier to just put them in their area and have the doors connect between the two different submaps. So hopefully that made sense. I think I may have finally got it. And I am guessing I need bombs right in there. Although, if this... Oh, there we go. And now I can't jump, so hooray for that. So yeah, I know at one point Squishy was working on updating this hack. But, like I said, I wouldn't hold your breath for that. So here's Spazer. Excellent little item. This will help us out. And I had a conversation sometime earlier with a person about Spazer. It's a good beam and it's a nice beam to have, but because it's placed in hacks often like it's placed in the original, where you can go the whole game and not find it. It's not in your path, you don't need it. Well, so you can go the whole game without Spazer. And so oftentimes in hacks, it's like Spazer is the most hidden beam, so you may not find it until you have everything else and you're just looking for 100% items. And that thing sounds really weird. But at that point, you probably have plasma when you're just going around looking all over the place. So when you collect Spazer, it is absolutely worthless other than your item collection percentage. And that kind of ruins the beam, I guess. Just kind of what I've been saying before about trying to do... Oh, good grief. I was not expecting a Deskiga in here. Big one. But that's kind of what I was saying about the beams being changed around more in hacks. Changed around how they're used and all that fun stuff. I guess change around the stereotypes they have. Like, Plasma always has a stereotype. Oh, it's the most powerful. Stuff like that. And Ice is almost always stereotyped as, oh, this is Ice Beam, it sucks. Although not everybody feels that way. Well, what's down here? Oh, power bomb door. Something I can't do anything about yet. I'll have to remember this place. Come back. It's not like you can miss that, though. You just run along and, oh, I fell on the floor. And I actually think falling in the floor traps are very interesting and should have more things like that done in a hack. Or in more hacks. Hacks more often, I guess. I am doing a really good job talking today. Just a little random surprise of falling through a floor is... It's interesting, and it can have some very good applications, I think. Okay, I guess there's nothing in here. We are actually... I believe this is the correct area. Oh, come on. And I kind of need you to be over here. Or maybe I can wall jump off you. There we go. Yes, we want to be over here because our next big item... I just got beeped from somewhere. But our next major upgrade is somewhere back here. Apparently there's an item in here. And spikes. Of course, I probably can't get this item at this point. And it's nowhere to be seen anyway. Oh, well. I heard something. Oh, there is a missile in here. Oh, we should be able to get this. Just be careful when doing something like this, because if the block reforms while you're where the item is and you get stuck in there, you will be perma-stuck because you don't have bombs to destroy the block and you cannot unmorph in that tunnel. So, okay. Yeah, if that block isn't any hint, we're getting speed booster next. After I find out what's in here. Oh, missile refill. I have 50 missiles. Yeah, missiles are even kind of... Except right in the beginning where you need them. They're not very useful, actually. Ow. Jeez, thanks for being right there. So yeah, if this doesn't look familiar at all, I don't know what to say. You probably haven't played Super Metroid ever. And... oh well. So yes, we are now getting speed booster in the little, I guess, trickier room. Why people do this, I don't understand. I guess make it more a closer call in this room or something. I just don't know why you would go about doing that. But oh well. So simply just run back. And if you charge this up, I don't think this actually unlocks anything. Nope, it's just a quick way back to this side. So, and actually, this would be a good time to end the video. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something about collecting items in this hack, or whatever. And we will see you for the next part, where we take Speed Booster and go do something useful with it, hopefully.